Hey guys, and welcome back to Contrast. We're just about to do this princess story.
Hey, has anyone seen the princess puppet? We can't really start the story without her.
That sounds like Daddy.
She was right here.
I don't think I classify as a puppet, but I guess I can work.
There she is. Once upon a time, there was a princess who lived in a castle with her father, the king. The king loved her very much because daddies loved their daughters. Unfortunately, the kingdom also had an ogre who was eating travelers because ogres do that. So the king did what kings do and promised that anyone who slew the ogre would get to marry his only daughter, the princess, and become king when he died. The king's lands were very far away, and the ogre was very large, so only one knight showed up. His name was Fred, and he fell immediately in love with the princess.
I could do better.
Fred was a brave knight, and he marched off the next morning, singing a brave song as loudly as he could.
As I said, I could do better.
After several days had passed, the princess got to wondering what had happened to her future husband. So she set
So
off into the forest to look
already
for him.
destined to marry.
The princess tracked Fred's footprints through a strange wilderness full of scary sounds and hidden dangers. Chasms filled with razor-sharp bamboo. Fortunately, she was a very brave princess who loved adventures, just like you. She used her wits to get past unexpected obstacles. She came to a wide river filled with snapping crocodiles. She couldn't even swim. So what do you think she did?
She ran on top of their heads.
That's right! It was a magical forest where the plants seemed to know each other. She had to use magic mushrooms to get high or up.
Oops.
Unfortunately, she impaled herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not what happened.
I hit the wrong one. Oops. I can do it. I believe in myself. Nope.
Unfortunately, she impaled herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not what happened.
I can do it. I know how to do it. I gotta fling myself up, then end up on top of that, and then jump over.
Unfortunately,
that wasn't
she
meant to
impaled
disappear.
herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not what happened.
Okay, so I can't just
she
jump.
impaled herself
Oh,
on the
shut up.
Wait, that's not what happened.
Sorry, this gave me trouble before.
She learned to use some bendy tree
There.
branches to fling herself across a patch of deadly sharp bamboo. As the sun was setting, she came to the giant ogre's campsite. And there, the princess discovered that the ogre had captured Fred and hung him from a tree as a snack. The ogre did not appreciate visitors at all, Even Fred seemed a little embarrassed to see her.
Oops.
But the princess was a woman of action, and she was nimble, and the ogre was clumsy and easy to taunt.
There.
That's when you make fun of someone. You should never make fun of people, but with ogres, sometimes you have to.
A loser.
And so the princess tricked the ogre and rescued Fred. Fred didn't feel too good about it.
'Cause
He
he's a
really
loser.
loved the princess. Fortunately, the king told him about a giant spider that he could slay in order to win the princess's hand.
Yes, because
So
the
Fred
last time you
marched
went to do
off
something,
to the
it
lair of
worked
the
out
giant
well.
spider, singing a brave song, a little less loudly than before. After several days had passed, the princess got to wondering what had happened to her future husband.
It's called he
So
messed
she went
up
off
and you
looking
could
for
do
him.
better.
Again.
Oh no, I feel like having to save someone's ass constantly would be really annoying. And
Fred's
you know, the
footprints
whole
led her into a
forced
dark
marriage
and
thing
creepy
kind of
cavern, full of strange
sucks.
dripping sounds, kind of like the basement at school. Her footsteps echoed and echoed until it sounded like someone was following her.
I
Soon she
almost
came to a
did
vast
that.
pit filled with vicious, deadly spikes. It was much too big to jump over, but far off, she could hear moaning. She thought it might be Fred. So what do you think she did?
I know.
What?
She used an umbrella.
What?
Like that nanny in that movie.
This is the Middle Ages, honey. Where would she get an umbrella?
I don't know, but that's what she used.
Where is it?
I don't think I have an umbrella.
Well, you better find one, because she used an umbrella.
I'm
Where am I
trying.
supposed to get an umbrella?
Thank you.
Oh, there we go. So, the princess bravely threw herself into the air, slowing her fall using an umbrella. Just like that nanny in the movie. She float. Unfortunately, she impaled herself on the bamboo. Wait,
I
that's not
didn't
what
even
happened.
touch that. That wasn't.
Unfortunately, she
Oh, I had
impaled
to
herself
pick
on
up the
bamboo.
umbrella again.
Wait, that's not what happened.
I never claimed to be good at games.
Deeper and deeper into the cavern she floated. Unfortunately,
didn't
she
even hit
impaled
it.
herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not what happened.
This is tedious. I remember why I stopped playing this game.
Deeper and deeper into the cavern she floated. She thought she could hear Fred moaning, but maybe it was only the wind. Unfortunately, she impaled herself on the bamboo. Wait, that's not
cool.
what happened.
I'm not even touching these and it's causing me trouble. I did this on the first try when I was playing through it.
Deeper and deeper into the cavern she floated. She thought she could hear Fred moaning, but maybe it was only the wind.
Oh, that's a spider. I don't like spiders.
Finally, she landed softly, right in a spider's web. Fortunately, it was a very old web, and she was able to break free. Unfortunately, the web was the only thing holding up a giant boulder. The princess needed to find somewhere to hide.
I should really pay more attention sometimes. Or, you know, let the dialogue work.
Suddenly, a giant spider jumped out of the shadows and attacked her.
No thank you. No thank you.
She ran and climbed and jumped and climbed, but the giant spider was very good at climbing too. It had 8 legs and the princess only had 2.
That's not fair. Okay, hi. Hi, Mr. Spider. Can I retire already? Okay, you started me off here.
Fortunately, the princess remembered how the webs were holding up boulders.
I can kindly say I dislike this game right now. But this part's almost done and I can't wait to see what's next.
Spider.
Spider deserved it.
Finally, she found Fred. He was all wrapped up like a present for the giant spider's girlfriend. He was dreadfully embarrassed about having to be rescued again. He really loved the princess. The princess decided he was cute.
You don't know her.
Fortunately, the king told him about a dragon that he could slay in order to win the princess's hand and stop being so embarrassed.
Guess
So
what I'm
Fred
fighting next?
marched off to the mountaintop of the dragon, singing a brave song very quietly. After a few days, the princess got to wondering...
Why her dad kept trying to give her away?
Yes.
That too. But she was worried about Fred, so she went off to find him.
Of course she did. Because apparently she has nothing better to do with her life than save someone who can't do anything
The dragon's
himself.
mountain was cold, and the wind howled at her to turn back. There were rock slides and fiery chasms, but she was very brave and nimble, just
And
like
she died.
you. She wasn't going to be put off by a few deadly dangers.
Well, she did kind of die again, so... Good thing is, I might be able to actually beat this before
Up
my time's
and
up.
up she climbed. When she got cold, she thought about the hot buttered muffins she would make once she got Fred home. Do you still like muffins?
I love muffins.
Because, you know,
The
women
princess
do all the
hoped
cooking.
Fred liked muffins.
This game is charming, but I don't like some parts of it. And I'm well aware that I'm very judgmental on this.
When the princess got to the lair of the dragon, she was not very surprised to see Fred hanging from the roof of the dragon's cave. So she
Mr.
taunted
Dragon,
the dragon
taunt.
until it roared its fiery breath at her.
Hey, Mr. Dragon, taunt. Hey, Mr. Dragon, taunt.
Finally,
I saved him.
burning away the ropes that were tying up Fred. And so the princess and Fred lived happily ever after. Fred never had to go on another adventure again, and they had hot buttered muffins every morning.
And the
There
princess
is another
deserved
version
better.
of the story where the princess flew off on the dragon's back to have a life full of adventures.
Sounds more
But
fun.
that's for another day.
I prefer that one, please.
Yay! Yay, Dawn, you did it!
Well, I think that's it. We'll continue from there in the next one. Bye, guys.